Hey, hey, Nyan, everyone! Welcome to the stream. I'm back after 5 months, 8, no, 6 months, 6 months, 5, 6. welcome. I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be streaming. Peek. Yeah, I can't speak right now because it's been a long time since I talked. I've been silent all of this time. Welcome. It's a national holiday, it is, because I'm back on this nice Saturday night. Such a long cat nap. It was. I want to say it was a nice one, but no. It wasn't a very nice cat nap. Welcome back, Iromi. Thank you, Rapture. Thank you. This new bottom UI for the stream is amazing. Thank you. I worked on this in April, and I was so excited to show everybody, but I I ended up ill for way too long. I hate the vet. The vets are terrible. The background music is a bit quiet. Okay. I can turn it all the way up. That's what it was on before I pressed the button. I don't know why it's streaming last. I think was it Genshin? I think it might have been Genshin. And for that I had to turn the volume down. Welcome back, thank you. It was stopped far too long. I agree. I wanted to stream for a while, but every time I had a good day, I then had a bad day, and then I was like, yeah. I don't end up like passing out on stream, because that wouldn't be a very meowy thing to do. 5 months without speaking. I don't know. It's impossibly improbable. The non-stop having nightmares. Yeah. It was complete catastrophe. Only the worst nightmare. Hello, Iromi! Hello, Zahira! Welcome to the stream! Welcome! Thank you for lurking! Lurking has been initiated! Exactly how a cat uses lurking and stealth to hunt! Pack confirmed! Well, thanks for supporting the stream! Meow. Thank you. Does Iro not use the recollection lobby memorial thing for the menu thingy? Do you mean the thing that you maybe get from doing the hangout stuff? Because I haven't unlocked that stuff yet. I mainly just do the daily stuff. I'm a very big gacha. I am in for gacha games for the gambling. I mean the the cute wives. Subscribe to my YouTube for more amusing content. Meow. Impossible. Improbable. I can't think of another word that's like impossible, but like a cat way. Possible. Catastrophically no. Yes. Nyahahah gamers! Nyahahah asala! Nyahahah! What does lurking even do? Lurking just like notifies that you're here in the stream and that you're supporting this. I lurk because I'm feeling bad to have a perfect stream. Everyone. Okay, Patty, I hope you start feeling meowier soon. Haven't done any of the relationship stuff. Well, I've been saving them all for to stream. So anything that hasn't been done on stream, I've just not done. So the story and all that, I've just not done it because I feel like it'd be better if I do it on stream, because then it's like raw reaction. Are you sure you're a Mika fan? Yes. I'm very sure I'm a Mika fan. You know, every time I see merch of Mika, I end up buying it. I have like 2 plushies, I have a figurine, I have a lot of keychains, I have a lot of acrylics. I am a Mika fan. She's like top 5 at least. Yes, that's very helpful. But like, does it like do anything aside from letting everyone know you're looking? Well, it gives that very meowsing cat message. So it does a little bit. You just have a tab open to help boost stream reviews. A tab open to reviews. Okay, I don't get that one. I don't get that one. 129 unread messages. You know, I feel like the last time I streamed this game, it was probably at about like 50, and now it's, yeah. I've been getting really comfy with a lot of the students, to say the least. You left home red. You know, I actually was planning to stream on Mika's birthday and do her hangout stuff, but that never ended up working out. So yeah, I know it's a big sin for me to leave my wife on red, you know, but I may be guilty of doing that too often too. Too many of the 129 girls. Their day has changed. It's at 8 o'clock now. You know, it used to be 6, and now it's 8. Now it is 8. I'm haunted. Because, you know, I thought that because I was streaming later, I wouldn't get this. You know, the changing of the time. Iromi, welcome back! Thank you, Nightshade. Thank you. I'm happy to see you in the stream. And I'm happy to be back. Playing Peak, or hearing Peak music. Because I don't play much of the game. Because I talk too much. I mean, I meow too much. Are you sure you're a Mika fan? I'm sure, don't worry. My allegiance is proven through money, yeah. I put all my money towards Mika so she knows that I'm her biggest fan, you know? Like a true idol lover. How is this top chatter feature working? How is Hiraki going down in it even though he revised them all? Down. Oh! Okay, now I'm getting it. Basically it disappears when there's like when the chat message has been on for too long. It like appears and then appears and then appears and then all the messages disappear. Yeah. That is how I think it works anyway. I'm spamming because I'm excited. Excited for more blue Meow Kai? Me too, me too. Chris, have you been affected by the UK censorship stuff? On Twitter, I've not, because I have not updated the app and I can still use it, you know? So I'm like very happy about that. Because there's some stuff that I've looked at in a post and people in the comments are like, oh, UK censorship, I can't see this, stupid. And then I can see it and then I feel powerful. But I know at some point I'm going to be forced to update and then it will be affecting me. But on Steam it has. And I went through, like a few days ago, I was doing my discovery queue. And then I wanted to go through the queue, but then it stopped me because it was like, because of the UK law, you can't view this game. But there was no like skip button, so I just could not do my discovery queue. So I went through the hassle of adding my card, blah blah blah, and it then told me to buy a game. So I was like, okay, find a game, I need to find a game, then I can do my discovery queue. I find the game, and it still tells me that is the UK law and I need to add a valid card. And I was confused at this point because the purchase worked on my card and all that. And I looked it up and it tells me, on Reddit obviously, the best place for information, that it needs to be a credit card because a child can have a debit card. So that's why it didn't work. And then I was sad because I spent a very long time looking for a game that I thought I would play and use soon. Because eventually I would use it. Every game eventually gets played, even the bad one. I definitely buy on purpose. Peppa Pig! Seek Archive! I feel like I'm not meowing enough. Maybe I should be doing more of that. I want to pull for Dressuri, but I want to save for Shupo's. The thing is, I also kind of want to pull for her, but I know, like, this, like, unlike, like, Hoyo games, where it's a bit, you know, like, the 90 guarantee, you know, I know I have to be a bit more savvy on my pull. I'm waiting for the twins. Even though I want to pull for Dressuri too. I'm lucky that I have Arrow, you know? I got her on my anniversary pulls, and I'm very happy I did, because she's really cute. I wish I had normal Arrow as well, but eventually, you know, she will come to me. Decisions. You know, as a fellow gacha gamer, I wish to tell you to just pull, because pulling is fun, but I know I know I should be responsible and tell you to save your pull. But if you want to do the very cat thing, then I advise you. The mechanism puzzles me as well. The mechanism. Oh no, my mouse. Can I just? There we go. My controller was making my mouse like move on its own. I greatly miss you. How is your health? My health now? That is very debatable to me. Like, I'm definitely a lot better than a few months ago. A few months ago, I couldn't even get out of bed. But I am still having like some bad symptoms, like a lot of lightheadedness mainly, and some other stuff. And I've been waiting, I think, since May for a referral to an endocrinologist. I think I got that right. And for a head scan. But they I've been waiting. Wait, so May is the 5th month, and now it's the 4th. So yeah, 4 months. So yeah, that's how bad the UK health system is. You wait a very long time, even if it's like very serious. But yeah, and besides from that, I've just been trying to stay healthy, go outside, drink water, eat good food, and you know, have my meowy 9-hour, 50-hour cat naps. You know, like a usual, like a usual cat, like a usual, yes, like a usual. But I miss you too. I missed every nyah. I miss talking to every nyah, cause like it became a part of my daily like thinking habits of like thinking, streaming. Yeah, I can't formulate my sentences right now because I'm so rusty. I'm out of it. Sand. Yeah, sand, very miraculous. Isn't Siri like available in regular queue, whatever it's called? I'm not knowledgeable about this stuff, so I will say yes to say yes. Spending money to do the discovery queue is wild. No, it's a struggle. It really is a struggle to be a UK citizen. Maybe I should decide fully to give up my citizenship and go to Katsu. It appears she's doing well. She has difficulty times streaming previously due to health reasons. That is very true, very factual. She committed the sin of not streaming during Mika's birthday. I did! I also committed the sin of like not turning my phone on silent. I forgot about that. It's on silent now, don't worry. No more waka wakas to break. I mean, I don't know if my mic picked up on that. I'm just assuming. It usually does. Unforgivable. It is unforgivable. In the name of Kiss, always is for a good. Always in a good cause. In the name of the. I want to say kids, but no, I want to say kittens. No, wait, no. Not this good kitten. Just. You know, I'm not gonna dig my own hole, okay? Let's. Hi, Desnya, welcome. It's been a very long time. I hope you've been doing meowy in the meantime. Especially because of the birth decline. The birth decline in Blue Archive, obviously. But Gamba is so addicting. I agree. Like, even when I've been feeling so terrible, I've been pulling up like Genshin, Honkai, ZZZ, and I've been pulling when I need to, you know? And I got... Did I get anybody in Genshin? Okay. I got Skirk in Genshin now that I think about it. And I got Escoffia. And in Honkai, I got Saber. Sunday? Did I get anybody else? I don't think so. Oh, and the weapon. And his weapon. And then in ZZZ, I got Miyabi. And I got the weapon. Her weapon. I also got something else, but I forgot. I got somebody else. I pull so much that I forget. And then I also pulled in the GG Girls Frontline. Yeah. Why was I thinking of GGO? I have no. But I also got her name. The one I was trying to pull last time on stream, but I didn't end up pulling. I forgot her name. And there was another game. Oh yeah, Wuthering Waves as well. I pulled somebody in there. I also forgot who. Oh, Carlotta. I pulled Carlotta, yeah. I love gambling so much. I love Gachas so much that I always remember every wife I pull. Normal Adu, she's farmable. I'm guessing I haven't reached like to her LF stun because I've not seen her yet. Not seen her. But I'd be happy to farm her because honestly, Aru is one of my favorites. The cow is above the cute girl ever meta. That is true. I pull cute girl over any meta any day. That's why I'm trying to think who's a non-meta that I pull. Yeah, I'm kind of pulling a blank. I'm not gonna. Oh, Yunli. You know, Yunli's not a meta character, and I still main her to this day because she's a cute girl, and she's also a cat girl. She's got that inner cat. Peak mindset. Let's go. Let's meow. Now I need more Rex for more gacha games so I can start more gacha games. The current event even gives Alice to her. Yeah, I've done the event. It gave me. I think it gave 60 or 80. I think. I did it today and I even forgot. I did it today and I've forgotten. Completely forgot to do the current event. That is sad. You should do it before it runs out. I think it's like 2 days. Is this the Pole Gamer and Cat Goddess Ironia? Yes, it is. I'm back. I mean, I'm totally not an imposter called Ira Wolf. No. I definitely did not kill her in her sleep and replace her while she was suffering. Not one bit. Don't worry. This is really IROMEOW. Don't worry. I promise. Congratulations for resigning your humanity. Now you become a cat. Meow 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 meow. Thank you for becoming a cat, Desnia. This tradition goes strong. Hope you've been well. Thank you, Desnia. I'm slowly getting better. I appreciate it. Amy, how is the Mika situation going? What's the Mika situation? Mika much is keeping Iromi alive. That is true. Yeah, I wish there was like some good like apparel for like Mika style, but there isn't. You know, kind of like the Genshin clothes. I'm like quite obsessed with the clothing lines of Genshin because it's so cool. Pull for a 5-star, you get one right now. So I would listen to that advice, but like. My look in this game has been really bad recently, and so I don't think I would. Hikari and Nozomi are cute though. They are cute. They're very, very cute. I love them. But they remind me of Caroline and Justine. Or is it Caroline? I think it might be Caroline from Persona 5. They give me that energy, and I love it. Trust. How many cats have you meowed at today, Void? You know, I think that's very important for me to make this decision. My favorite Vtuber thinks about me specifically. Hooray! Why did I say that so weirdly? UK seems like a dystopia, not gonna lie. Honestly, ever since Brexit, yeah. Could not recommend living here. Could not. They care more about virtual children than they do about the health of their citizens is wild. Virtual children? See, I'm not fully aware of all politics. I'm not sure what, but it is very crazy, very, very crazy. And you know, I probably shouldn't talk politics, so I'm just gonna like not mention what I've been saying. Thank you so much, Barra, for raiding. I appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. Yum, yum, yum. I hope you had a very nice stream. And I hope you enjoyed the entirety of your stream. And I hope everybody has had fun in your stream. And welcome. This is my first stream back. And I'm a little nervous. Thank you so much for following. Yes, Vesta. Thank you. My voice is breaking. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. And welcome. Totally don't hear the waka exactly. No, it's all gone. Trust. Maybe it's all in your head. Finally got that Miyabi after 8 months. Yes, true. It took me long, but I saved and I pulled, and I definitely didn't pull for anybody else in the meantime. Definitely not the cat, definitely not. I can't wait for Orphe. Is Orphe the redhead? I should probably focus on my homework. Look. Okay, Frankie, good luck with your work. Lurking has been initiated. Exactly how a cat uses lurking and stealth to hunt. Cat confirmed. By supporting the stream. Thank you. Meow. Totally not spending the last 6 hours doing stupid homework. That sounds honestly really sad. And it would never be me. Wedding time. Hiya. Hello, yes, Vesta. I'm a bit behind on chat, but hello. Hooty raid, hooty, yay! Thank you. Yuli is great because small girl with big weapon, but I didn't get her. That's so sad. She's honestly really great, and to be fair, I can clear things quite easily still with her. So to be fair, I have been told my Yuli is quite good. So I really min-maxed her for 2 years, I think, or maybe just over a year. I was just farming for Yunli. You better be the real one or else what? What are you gonna do, Desnya, if I'm actually an imposter? Welcome to the Meow Dome. I forgot that was the follow message. My ear just exploded from that. Oh, from the follow, yeah. You know, I really should turn that down, but I'm kind of lazy, so you know, give it some time. How are you? I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. I hope you also doing very well. Meow. Can you do something about that event, or am I just gonna die each time that happens? Yes, you're gonna die every time that happens because it is the jump scare. The jump scare of the century. I need to make sure everybody's awake and paying attention. You know? It's just a, what was it called? A brainwatch check, you know, to make sure that your attention span is still okay. Orphe has the big horns and the talking tail. Oh, so I think is she the next banner? Like, I think it's September 24th, right? I just recently did the update. So is she the one on the cover with that blue haired girl? I miss tearing a woman so much. She's so unreal. You know, maybe this is all a dream. Maybe I'm not really talking. Maybe I'm using an AI. Maybe I'm not real. You know, these are the questions I ask myself at night. A bit behind chat? Nah. Yeah. Not a little bit, nah. It would never be me. Pain of being a musician. There is no time for rest. Yeah, you know, the pain of being a cat too, you know. There's no time to do anything but sleep. It's a real hindrance on my life. I did! But I'm doing homework and the program I'm using to do homework on doesn't have a save function. That sounds like torture. Like every time I've done work and I've not had the autosave on, and then I've accidentally closed the page or it's just crashed on me, I honestly PTSD. It makes me lose all motivation. Like 5 hours of work down the drain. I'm reliving it just now. Good evening! Good evening, Farky. Thank you for being here. I hope you've had a very meowy evening so far. I'm just doing my theory analysis and part writing all in one go. I hope that means you're doing it to the meowest of your ability. What if you wake up a cat with that Iromi? That's fine, because then the cat's gonna watch me, and who wouldn't want to watch their cat overlord? She's on the launcher and she's the next banner. I was thinking about pulling her, honestly. Not because I miss pulling, no, it could not be me. But she's really cute and she reminds me a bit of a bit of Sumika before. Although she gives me that vibes. I mean, I've not played this story, definitely not up to date, but that's like the vibes from like design. And I've not heard a voice either. And voice is usually a big part of vibe. I'd also need to hear that. But, you know, she's very cute. I also really liked Mia names. The raccoon, Tanuki girl, the Tanuki girl, with like the pink cardigan. Mizu. She's probably not Mizu something. I forgot her name, but she was also very cute. I tried to get her, but didn't work out. That happened to me and my roommate agreement, which was like 20 pages long of answers. Like, because my roommate didn't sign, we had to do it all over again. That sounds like a nightmare, especially if it's 20 pages. Luckily, whenever I've lost something, it's been like only half of the book. Only half. Did you teach your new pet to work for the Meowdom yet? No, I didn't. Most of my time recently, over the past 2 weeks, has gone to trying to and you know, I need to admit I'm far down the Blue Archive rabbit hole that I called my pet, my new dog, Mika. So yes, it's the canon in my life now that I have a dog called Mika. So every time I basically say my wife's name now like 50 times a day. I probably in this context I probably shouldn't use that word. But yes, you know, I'm so far gone down the gacha rabbit hole, the Blue Archive rabbit hole, that I now have a pet named after a character in Blue. It's too late to stop now. Mika's gonna need some eye drops after all this blinking. She is, isn't she? She is. Now, I was told by the eye doctor, I forgot what they're called, that I should also use eye drops. The thing is, right, you know, like any pet, I've never known a pet not scared of eye drops. But with like any pet, I'm definitely scared of putting stuff in my eyes. Like I feel like even if I got through the barrier of doing it once, there's just no way I could keep it up. No way. Forgot I used touch solely to watch Iromi, and now you remember, and now you can have a lot of cat recommendation channels when I raid one. As soon as I end the stream, I'm gonna raid a cat channel, so then you have another person to follow. Please. You know, I think that everybody should only follow me, obviously, and you know, maybe not only me, but all the cat tubers, and all the cat live action. But it's very important to follow cats and only cats, and like just living cats. Did you make Mika her own frying pan yet? My doll has, my plushie has a frying pan that I made. So I technically could give her a frying pan, but I don't know if a dog toy that is a frying pan exists. I don't think so, sadly. Hi, Iromi! Sorry I'm late. It's okay. Welcome to the stream, Life Duck. I hope you've had a very meowy day, and I'm glad you're here. Meow! Congratulations for resigning your humanity. Now you become a cat. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you for becoming a cat Farky. You have joined the ranks of the elite. What do you think about collab with another Blue Archive streamer? To be honest, it probably depends on how another person is. If I couldn't vibe with them, I probably wouldn't consider it. If I could vibe with them, then I would consider it. Though I would have to work out how to balance me talking to a person I collab with, me talking to chat, and my obviously incessant meowing. It's a very, very hard thing to juggle. Meow! I'll do 10 meows right now for you, Destiny. Meow, 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 meow. There we go. I will uncap the meowiness very soon. But I will meow only. I never talk one bit. You didn't miss much aside from chatting with viewers. It's been a Zasadan so far. As always, in order to participate in this chat, it is obligatory to upload the entire Nyahahah collection. Meow meow. That is true, and I failed to do my mandatory advertisement for Nyahahah because the last game just dropped in I think July, and everybody should play if they have free time. Binge the entire collection. Because don't worry, I will play Nyahahah 4, the final volume, on stream for everybody to see. That way, I can make sure that everybody wants to go back and play Nyahahah 1, 2, 3, 0, and what's the other one called? Extra. Yeah, Extra. That way, you're all up to date on the Nyahahah lore. I'll make you want to play it. Definitely not by force. I'm glad to see you back. Thank you. I'm also very glad to be back. It's been too long. Would your cat be able to cook with a frying pan plushie though? I mean, it depends on what you call cooking. They could set awesome to my entire house. And if you think about it, that could be classed as cooking. It just means they're cooking everything in the house, and the house itself. And me, and everybody else in this house. So technically, yes, my cat could cook with a toy frying pan. Wait, isn't Nyahahah's Steam page blocked for you now? I don't know. I don't think so, because I've been having this problem for a while. But my Steam is usually full of like NSFW games, like the Discovery queue, and it's a blessing and a curse that the UK law thing has like purged a lot of that from my Discovery queue. I'm very happy it has, because I was like finding no cool new games because it was doing that. But like some stuff still gets through, and I question to myself like how half of them are not like tagged with sexual content. But I kid you not, some of them let's say the censorship is like a small dot. And I'm just like, how do they get away with this? I'm starting to notice this more and more now that the UK has done something so nice as to block all 18+ stuff. Both would probably read the chat at the same time. Now I feel like that would make us two very iconic streamers. The streamers that only yap to chat and never yap to each other. If you meow, you respond to both the collab and chat at the same time. That is smart. Maybe I should be thinking like this, How could I have not thought this, If I meow, it's a response to everybody. So instead of replying to everybody, I should just meow from now. I also hope that Nyahahah. But I could probably check this. Okay? The thing is, I own the games, so it really doesn't matter to me right now, because I could play the games whenever I wanted, and even if I couldn't, I would find another site, buy the games and then support the creators. I know they're not blocked, thankfully. Wait, I'm kind of curious because the thing is, I'm pretty sure every game marked with the tag hentai, which the 4th volume is tagged with hentai for some reason. I don't think the other ones are, but this one is. And it's not blocked, but everything else, I think, on Steam is blocked with the tag hentai. I'm kind of curious if, because I own the game, it's not blocked. So, that's a scary thought to be honest. Full of NSFW because it knows. When I say I own, let me just give a very factual number right now. When I say I own 506 games, all of them are cat NSFW games. Meow. You know, I feel like, okay, I may be wrong. The Italian way of meowing is very fancy. Reminder that Iromi is the only VTuber that meows for chat for free. Exactly. Other streamers make you give points. They're like, spend 100 points and I'll meow for you. I meow for free. Because I know what people want. Iromi searching for hentai right now was on the bingo card. I wasn't searching for it. I went to Nekapara after in my library, and then I went on the store page, and then I saw it had the hentai tag. Okay, I really was not looking. Am I digging my hole? Am I digging my own hole? All of them being blocked. Yes, I wait. All of them with the hentai tag. I have no clue. They all have it. I mean, I could double check. You know. I could double check. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna click. I'm not gonna click on 0 extra because that's when like really kitten. That would be really weird if that had a hentai tag. Okay, no. Yeah, everything has a hentai tag. I think that's only recent though. You know, I'm gonna dig my own hole. Please don't have the hentai tag. Oh. Wait, oh wait, okay. No, yeah, they are kittens. Oh my god. It doesn't have the hentai tag, but it has a nudity and sexual content tag. I'm just not gonna comment on that to be honest. Peak games. Meow is how we meow in Portuguese too. Oh! Yeah, I'm not very cultured on Portuguese. I only know Italian because I learned it a bit, Spanish because I again had to learn it, and Dutch. I learned a bit Dutch. That's about it. And then the languages I'm actively trying to learn are German and Japanese. On and off. I would definitely not admit that I haven't picked up any kind of material to learn in like a few months, or year maybe. I will not admit to that. Never admit to that. Gotcha discussion? Check. Hentai talk? Check. Meowing? No check. Meow. Oh wait. Okay, no. I read that wrong. Gotcha discussion? Check. Hentai talk? Check. Meowing? Check. Not check. Actually playing the game. Iromi streams are so bad. Don't worry, I'm playing the game. I tap the screen every 5 minutes. Hey, cat goes. I'm sorry, you know. You're right, you know. Not knowing when how cats meow in every language, that's on me, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You know, I will repent by tomorrow. Instead of doing anything I need to do, I will just like, you know, look up the dictionary, look up meow, and just go through it all. And I will report back with 40 ways to say meow in other languages. Oh my goodness, I'd forgotten the cat voice. The cat voice? Don't you mean the IROMEOW overlord of the entire cat world voice? Hi Eva! Hello, why welcome to the stream? I don't know why my voice decided to like die. I was about to say will though. I've not watched JoJo anytime soon. And I've not seen the meme of JoJo anytime soon. And yet I'm still thinking of Wilden. If you never play and just chat, I'd be perfectly happy, honestly. Nah, I know you really love Blue Archive. I know Blue Archive is your favorite game. As is mine as well. Best gacha game around. I do not speak German. I hope what that says. I may be wrong. But I believe that is what that says. From my very little amount of German that I know. But I don't know a lot of German. I know more than I do Dutch. Well, I think the thing that I remember most from Dutch is that to say tired is like moe. Or something like moe. Because I always thought that like weird. Never! You mean always? Right, or maybe onto something. Well, the Blue Archive is the best game ever? Yes? Also, it is that, you know, I'm very glad that I was able to translate that, you know. I feel smart for a change. Penguin agrees. Penguin agrees that Blue Archive is the best game ever? That's great. Just change the stream category to just chatting. I would. But then people who love Blue Archive wouldn't be here to see Mika, and that would be a great scene. Very big scene. I never said that! Yes, you did. I can read brains, you know. My cat senses tell me that you're really into Blue Archive. So you can't lie to me and lie to yourself. I also realized that I'm dangerously close to capping. And I really don't want to cap, but oh wait, oh no. I just realized that I don't remember what chapter I was on last time. I'm gonna have to look this up. You know, one would think that before I stream, you know, for how many months has it been? Like 5, 6 months. I would have looked up in one of those months, one of those days, one of those many hours that I had, what chapter I left off on, and then made a record of it. But I did not, so I now have to look this up. And be very careful I do not play some random video that I have on the background and then dox what I like to listen to in my free time. Because that would be very no. That was close. That was very close. Just chatting. I agree. We're all just catting here, everyone. Nothing more and nothing less. The cat senses are so wrong, it's insane. Nah, my cat senses are always right, you know. My cat senses told me yesterday that it would rain. And guess what? It rains. Very, very, very factual information. Okay, that's how I press view channel. If been too long. I'm old and wrinkly now. Same, you know. I've probably grown 50 wrinkles since the last time I streamed. It's been forever. Very cool cat punner. Now, the only issue here is that I yap too much that I'm not gonna know when I start the chapter. Oh, and the last time I apparently used my still and not my Vtuber. I really hope that because it's now on Steam, there's not going to be any lagging issues. I doubt there will be. Wait. Okay, I think we just started something last time. Aha! Aha, okay, I found it. What do you like to listen to in your free time? Don't worry about it, you know? You don't need to know. It's definitely only cat stuff. I like to listen to cats meowing for 10 hours straight. Was that an emulator? Oh, oh, you mean that was played in the background? No, it was, I think I can paste this in there. But I hope this works. It was this video. Heard a coin sound. It was a Mario. I'm obviously only watching Mario videos in my free time. Nothing else. And quite... unironically, I have some Super Mario World song in my watched video. I said that. Rumi listens to things confirmed, yeah. Because they drive me crazy, like any cat. Which YouTubers or musicians start with a GBA? You probably go for a very long list. You predicted rain in the UK? Crazy. Look, you know, it may not seem like crazy in retrospect, but trust me, it's been like a massive drought recently. Only like the past week has it been raining quite a lot. Right, because of emulator problem. Emulators suck. Or at least for my PC. Guess what? I finally finished my homework! Congratulations, Fareki. You can now rejoin us and we have not started playing yet. You have not missed anything. I've missed your chaos. Thank you. That I wouldn't call myself chaotic. The word I would describe myself as is very say-so, you know? I'm a very say-so cat tuber. I nearly use a V word. That would have been a big sin. But the hacker ruins Blue Archive this time too, so you can't play. But on Steam? Nah, that would never happen. Steam is very secure. No links, first warning. You know, Streambot just likes me. You know, I have a streamer privilege. Yeah, it's more Blue Archive. I should have known. But it's so cute! It's like Addie's going da 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 da. It's so cute. Definitely not my inspiration for my loading screen. W mod. No. Bad mod, bad. Bad mod should never question the streamer. Never once. Make sure to join the Campfire Discord right meow for mandatory meowing, meow meow. I agree with Nightbot. I still have like 3 other assignments to do, but they're due on Friday, so I have time. Friday. That's like a week from now, right? Very meowfy. Very meowfy million. Aside from the fact that I have a class and a club on Wednesday and Thursday that goes from 7:30 to 10:30. That sounds very busy. I'm also quite busy next week to be. I have a lot of appointments. Sadly. Very say-so. Please refer to the most popular Twitch clip. What is my most popular Twitch clip again? It's not that foot one, right? It's not that, right? Anyways, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Say so. Yes. If you say so. I'm very funny. I mean, I'm very catty. Meow. No, we should start a meow chain right now. Right, meow. That Discord shout out was a wave of nostalgia. Am I that old now that anything I say is nostalgic? Really, you know? Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to, okay? Meow. 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 You know, I will contribute. Meow. Let's do the meow chain every now. Top clip is the Iromi foot drop clip from Ghost Front. Why? Yeah, sometimes I just think to myself, just don't talk. Just sit there in silence and let the game speak for me. Because everything I say comes out in like the weirdest of ways. Maybe I'm self-aware. Maybe I'm not. That joke, yes. The say-so joke was elite. Sorry. Litterus was the craziest one, but the foot was Litterus. You know, I've forgotten what that means. I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten. I just think of a dinosaur, to be honest. Cats age like 7 times faster, that is true. So when you see the Necoparagos be 8 months, just remember that is not what they're really aged. That is just them in cat years. Oh, the top clip is the foot job. I can't say it seriously. It's just, can you just imagine? After like people want to know something about me, and the first thing they're gonna see is the foot job clip. I feel very sorry for people. Everybody has a story part 2. That is where we're up to. That's where we're up to. Becky brought some memories of mine to the surface of having classes in uni at 7:30 on Friday, and it was calculus. What was calculus again? Like, when I did math stuff, like for my A-levels and stuff, they never really had separate classes. It was all like in one big block. I don't exactly know what calculus is, because I just remember it being maths. Maths was maths. Don't talk, just meow. Okay, meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Is that meow? Meow, meow. It sounds miserable. Maths is miserable, I agree. The meowing will continue until morale improves. That is true. The meow, meow, yeah, meow. You know, I realized as well, meowing, the way I said good morning, I mean good meowing, obviously, it also kind of reminds me of morning. You know, like okay, now that I think about it, morning. There's like good morning, and then there's like morning, like breathing. And, you know, I've just kind of worked this out right now. I've had an epiphany. So meowing could be very dark. Don't worry, yeah, I never realized this, and now my brain is like doing flips. Would that have been construed that entire time as my meow pun? Because like when I come up with a meow pun, I try to make it as clear as possible. Like meowsic, music, perfect, perfect, furry, fur, for real, fur, for real. Ignore that furry part, okay? That just slipped out. No, please do talk. It's very entertaining. Don't worry. I will talk, but I'll try and like balance it out with more meowing than talking. Because I think everybody here is really here for the meowing and not the talk. Oh, Wednesday, I have to rehearse in 2 different orchestras, which is a lot of music. That does sound like a lot of music, because aren't like a lot of like orchestral music like 7 to 12 minutes long? Like pieces. Like one piece, I mean. Concert mastering into second one. I can't skip it even if I want to. I have no clue what that means, but it sounds difficult, so good luck. Or good meow. We're trying to find this C little s. Impossible. Oh! Okay, I realized that was a bit too loud. Oh, I get it now. Get it. The C little s. Okay. Like literacy, right? The 56 months is legal in cat years. Got it. 56 years. I'm not going to do that maths. I hope you do that for me. I don't get back home until midnight because university transportation is the best thing ever on this entire planet. You know, I can say that for like any school transport I ever went on, and I only went on for college. It was horrible. Because it is like an hour bus ride there and an hour bus ride back. And I got back for like 6 p.m. Even though I usually finished at like 4 or something. Because I'd have to wait for the bus, I'd have to get out of the building, I'd have to walk to the bus and then walk home. Very, very, very long days, I tell you. I remember the days of the volley country. Yes, they were also very peak, you know. Isle of Bed, the Rollicon. Mike Clitoris, say it 3 times. Mike Clitoris, Mike Clitoris, Mike Clitoris. My literacy. My literacy is great. Good morning, everybody, and good meowing, don't meowed. What even is going on? I don't know. I think it's a bit of a fever dream, right? Good morning! Good morning, Potato 135. What a very cool name that is. Hero got baited with that one hard, for real, for real. Always. I'm always baited into saying everything. But that's definitely not because I'm Catabrain. It's because I'm so smart that I outthink it, that I know that I'm being baited, and I do it anyways. Because I'm more curious than anything else of what it means. Maths focus on integrals, derivatives, limits, and other more complex equations. Integrals, you know, those are like 3 words that I have no clue what it means. The first thing that came to mind was algebra, but then I realized algebra is its own thing. The stream is like a cat chaotic. You mean it's catotic? It's catotic. Exactly, there is no gameplay, only catting with the cat. Exactly, the H is silent. It's like the S in Spain. I'm not here for the meows, I'm more of a dog fan. But the dogging is very nice. I mean, I meow appreciate meow. And dogs are evil. I saying that in such a sacred ground. That is enough for, what is the word? It's sacrilege. Yes, it's sacrilege. You shall be put on the spot to take the catnip and be brainwashed. It's a conspirator game. My words exactly. You did it again, oh no. Such an evil meow moment. Very literate cat must be reading a lot of Nekapara. I do in my free time, you know, I have a big Bible. And that Bible definitely isn't Toaru. It definitely is just a big book of Nekapara. Golden pages and everything. Isn't learning at all. You know, as they say, it's insanity to do things over and over and expect a different result. And that is definitely not me. Can't like behavior, not gonna lie. As a cat has zoomies. Zoomies in this respect is me just speaking. Unlike fast. You know? How else can I show that I get zoomies by not speaking fast? Yeah, that's English. That is definitely English. She forgot everything. I forgot most stuff. I probably remember like 1 or 2. But most stuff is yet gone. She said my literacy again. I did say that, didn't I? My literacy is really great. You're correct, you know. I definitely did not say the C word. That C word that hopefully Twitch did not hear. I'm a very good fool of Twitch. Because as a cat overlord, I know the workings around. Because I'm very sneaky. Absolute cinema. I agree, you know, looking at Mika's face and hearing that very cute voice, pure cinema. Fancy to see you live. I know it's been so long, hasn't it? But thank you for being here, Iggy, and welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Are we waiting till resin caps to actually play the game? Yeah, that was my plan, you know. You're right, you know, that was my plan all along. You're so smart that you worked out my master game plan. I don't even think I need energy to play the story, but that is my plan. Do you see Potato Word in YouTube chat? That's a guy I meant to collab with. Oh. I did see him in chat. And I said he had a very cool name. I like the name Potato Word. Because I like potato. And like... Okay, you know what? I don't know where I was going with that, but it's a cool name. The only man that made you felt a sliver of shame. Do I want to know the context? Maybe Blue Archive was deleted and it's just Mika left. You know, it's like just Monica, but it's just Mika. Just Mika. So, you know, I don't want to break the immersion, but for the past few weeks, this has been my screen. But let's just pretend it was Mika all this time, okay? There's Mikaka! Maybe the real archive was Mika. Yes. You know, it's like the One Piece, but it's even better. Problem is, Iro hasn't been on in a long time, so we're playing catch up of 5 months. That is true, you know. We're catching up on five months of chatting. So, Blue Archive is taking a step down for a second. But we're still playing Blue Archive because the game's open and I click on Mika every now and then. See? She loves me. She loves me. She's like a news reporter, you know? She's reporting on important information, right? But I leveled up. Ah, I'm on the top! You leveled up? Wait, you leveled up in meow. Thank you for meowing, you know. It's very important to take your meow breaks. It will be permanent swimsuit Mika in a month or 2. Yes, I'm praying to the gods. Like, Mika was the hardest one for me to get in the first, like, anniversary I played. And I'm so hopeful that Mika decides to come home, like, first pull. Please, because I want, she's called Nagisa, right? I also want the swimsuit Nagisa, please. I also would love the swimsuit Seiya, but yeah, that's not happening. I don't trust my luck. Let's put it that way. Couldn't steal it and wait, damn, couldn't steal it this time. Steal? Oh, do you mean the UI? Mika been sitting there for an hour listening to IROMEOW speak. That is true. And that just kind of shows how much Mika really loves me. You know? We're like soulmates or catmates, yeah. But that's probably a more meowier term that fits my meow. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I mean, is it Iro Sensei we're talking about? The Iro Sensei, exactly. Like, if you think about it, right? There's IROMEOW and then there's Iro Sensei. And who is better? The IROMEOW or Iro Sensei? I think we all know who Mika would. No pain, no gain. That's why you go all in during pulls. That is true, you know. If I'm pulling to win. That's why I have 45,000 of the Pyrox. Because I'm going to go all in on the twins and then all in on the anniversary banners. There is now a top 3 chatter feature on YouTube. There is? Really? I want to see this. See, now I'm going to go on my private YouTube and then... Okay, I'm not... Okay, I was going to say I was going to comment a lot. But if I did that, then I'll be doxing my private YouTube. I'm just going to have a look. I will have a look. I'm very curious. Wait, am I mute right now? I don't want to hear my own voice. That would be torture, to be honest. That would be very torture. Wait, where? Okay, there's an XP. I can see XP. Oh, I see it. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, have fun trying to get number 1 chatter again. It's a competition. That's a cool feature. That makes people want to talk in chat. To be known. We are number 1. You know, I would love to do a cover on that, but I would butcher it. My voice is like a cheese grater. YouTube banned the water gun emote. Wait, why did they ban it? Like, I like how, in general, the gun emote was censored to a water gun because it was too hardcore. Because I remember the first time I discovered this, I was like so annoyed because I was like, now I can't make the okay, you know what? Maybe I should have finished that live. They got the freaking alien pew pew that incinerates my brain when I aim it to myself. That sounds like a sentence. The better way to go than drowning by water. Drowning by water, though. Like, if you think about it, that doesn't sound like a bad way to go out. It's better than being smothered by. something very, very, very thick. Brain. I was adding to the brain. I haven't been going. Yeah, if you want to support the stream, feel free to check it out. Meow meow. I also realized I just said phone, and I should have just read the message and not said it. But you know, sometimes it just happens. Nobody is talking. Because in the silence that they have in their mind, they're just like meowing on their insides. And that means that they're really imbuing themselves with the cat. What story are we doing today? I was gonna continue with the normal story. Main story. I believe we're on chapter 2 still. I need to I've been chatting that much, I forgot what I was on. Everyone has a story part 2. That's what we're on. Where is this? Okay. Okay, we're up to episode 5 out of 20. Out of 20, guys. Out of 20. And this, keep in mind, this is the only Abilos. I nearly like forgot that for a minute. Hey, your voice is amazing. Don't diss it. Sorry, you know. I'm only speaking facts, you know. The cats meowed to me and they whispered in my... YouTube is a dum-dum. I agree. I agree. They shouldn't block stuff. But then again, the amount of stuff that Twitch has blocked as well is also very stupid. So, you know, they can maybe be on par. I've been a very bad sensei. I haven't been doing any of my works in Kivotos as of late. Should I ask what that work is? Knowing that you're a sensei? Is it sussy? My left brain is meowing while my right is bowing. You know, if your right side of your brain is bowing, then what you have to tell your left brain is to overpower it so that your right brain decides to become a disciple of the cat. Bow, bow! You mean bye-bye, doggo! Meow, meow, catto! And we want to see some mokoko art I did. Mokoko. Like the Hololive doggo and catto. Looks like you already did it though. Oh, yeah. I didn't play the story. When I was first doing the Annie banner, the first anniversary banner, I needed pulls to get Mika, so I just skipped the story so I could get the free stuff, so that I could keep pulling on Mika's banner. So a lot of the story says I've cleared it, but I haven't, which is why I then have to double check everything. Not a fact, your voice is great. Wait, it's not a fact that my voice is great. So that's an opinion, which means it's subjective. And then in a lot of cats' meows, they vote against. The political answer is nyah. Volume F starts 2027. That is English. That is English. What's the plan? Plot? What's the plot? I'm translating myself. Is volume wait, I start the next volume in 2027 because I talk too much? I'm gonna translate it as that. Yes, you know, I agree. Who do you take me for? I'm not a monster. You're not a monster, but you're a sensei that everybody loves. That's what I take you. We got content for years with this speed, smart. That is true. That is true. Like, even when I'm done all of this, like, there's like an event every week. Can you imagine me going through 10 stories? Like, that's not happening. There would be an endless blue archive content. I am a Miyu man. A Miyu lover and a sensei who is Miyu. The thing is, you say this, right? But then, when another very cute blue archive character comes out, you're gonna switch your stance, you know? I say this as a very, very informed gacha player myself and sensei. that I definitely do not change and sway my love for a character based on new characters coming out. Definitely not. The Hololive Doggo, yeah. Wait, is it Fuamoko? That is the duo name. Fuamoko? I mean, the correct opinion, your voice is nice. The correct opinion. The correct opinion, I believe, is that a cat voice is very nice. But do I have a cat voice? Now that is to be questioned. Put in debate. Unfortunately, I'm not bound by your low standards. The low standards of switching waifus. If anything, it is very high standards. You know, I don't switch that easily unless somebody impresses me. Definitely do not switch in like few months. Never. Just speaks to your value as an entertainer. It just speaking, we're having fun. I'm not that entertaining, you know. I just meow and then I attract cat-like people. No need to even play. Playing doesn't exist. Unless I've probably stuck with Mew since Stop exists. If there is no Mew fan left, that means you're gone. Because Mew only has one #1 fan. And that isn't me. Because Mew will never be on my radar. Because she is not botchy. And botchy is my only botchy. And any lookalikes to botchy is not my botchy. You definitely need to focus on playing what you stream sometimes, actually. That is definitely true. That is true. After this stream, when I am more in the role again, I will focus more on the game and rethink the game. This stream is just an exception. An exception that is definitely not going to be many exceptions. I've probably stuck with Mew since 5 months ago. You know, 5 months is still a short time, you know? That's still like the honeymoon phase, you know? You got 1 month to prove that you're gonna stick with her forever. I believe in botchy maxing, so do I. We need to bring her to Blue Archive. I mean, they did collab with Miku, so it's not impossible. Mew is botchy, but if her guitar was a rabbit Type 37 rifle and she was not so pink. Exactly. But the reason botchy is because she is pink, you know? And we all know that pink-haired anime girls are superior. Maybe there is hope for a skin in the collab. Yeah, you know, you wish. The Holy Trinity, botchy, Mew, and TMP from Girls Frontline. I don't know who TMP is, but I wholeheartedly agree. Oh, wasn't she called Harpy? That name rings a bell, maybe. Though that is also a very generic name, so I'm not too... That's a large period of time. That's like a large amount of time for cats. A little bit. What do you mean it's not a long amount of time? I mean, 5 months versus like a year. It's not a lot. I'm on catnip, thank you very much. The best kind. TMP looks like Midori in Blue Archive. Midori. You know, it may sound bad, but like, face is escaping me right now. In fact, it's like 1 month short than the age of Chocolo and the Kapara. That says something when a waifu is the amount of time, the honeymoon period. That is something that I would... wait, isn't Chocolo like 8 months? You know? I'm pretty sure she is 8 months. Actually 8 months. The racist gamer cat girl's sister. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay, I remember them. I remember them now. I can't. If you said Momori, I would have understood straight away. Midori, I've not put her once, and I think she's just avoiding me. I don't know why though. She's a she's a rapper, yeah. She's a rapper. Rapper. My wife isn't that young, she's 8 months already actually. Actually, she's maybe 9 months or 11 months. But yeah, we can finally play the game. Don't worry. I got you. After an hour and 20 minutes, we were playing the game. Pretty much that's what makes it hot. That she's a rapper or that she's 8 months. Because both of them are a plus in my books. Okay, maybe, you know, I take that back because I just realized what I was using rapper for. Anyways. The game exists. Oh, wait, the game is a bit low, isn't it? It's a bit low. Let's boost the volume. Which is it? This one? Is that okay? Is that okay? Now in 20 minutes is the norm. I mean, to be fair, I think it's a bit faster than usual. But sometimes it can go on for 2 hours. You know, you heard nothing, you saw nothing, you spoke nothing. We forget these times. We forget these times. It's good. It's so good. So good that we're now focusing on the game. I agree. New record for amount of time it took to move on to the game. Is it though? So I guess, like, if you think about it, if it's a normal game, I can just play the game and talk. When it's like a visual novel, I have to actually read. I also realize I'm in the way. Oh. No, not chat. Not chat. I will not move chat. I will move myself. Where is myself? There's myself. I go bye bye. I go bye bye. Wait a minute. Can I like hit the game and go? Okay, no, that is not me. I will move myself into. There we go. There we go. You can see it now. You can't see me, but you can see the chat. I mean, the words. It's almost like when I open cafe and look at chibis for 10 minutes straight. That is a very base thing to do though, no? I like to look at their chibis too, they're very cute. I also really like their sprites as well. And I like to see all of the other stuff, like when you do their friendship hangout stuff, the live 2D, that's also very cute. Holy shit, those are massive! My ears are massive? Look at the size of those eyes! Oh, you mean Nonomi? That's what makes it cute though. About to force me to do joint firing drills. Poor Mia, you know? I thought you loved her. And now she's forced to fire at dummies? Poor girl, poor girl. Anyway, you know, I'm gonna take a drink before I do this. I need to like wet the mouth. There we go, I drank. And also pillows. Pillows. Ah! I don't own a Dakimura yet. Key word is maybe yet. Here's Avatar just like made the most hottest expression I've ever seen. Oh, when I was drinking. You know, that's why I muted the mic. No sound effect will go with that mouth. I threw coconut into JFD. Joint firing drill. Oh, see, I think I'm getting better. Coconut is that like the white haired one with like black streak in her hair, right? Wow, you want me seducing chat? Never. I'm too the scatterbrain to do that, you know. No, I act like the 8-month-old kitten that is chocolate and vanilla. Okay, the Beatles district belongs to Kaiser? Isn't Kaiser like word for like overlord? Does that include the Chibaseki ramen shop? Yes, the building already belongs to the Kaiser Corporation. The eviction order was issued some time ago. So, Master decided to close the shop. He said it was bound to happen eventually. Not the ramen shop! Nanny! No, not the ramen shop! I feel like me and Nonami were born to be the same energy level. Same wavelength. Cats are masters in seduction. That is very true, you know. Have you ever known a cat that you haven't fallen in love with? I don't think so. Oh man, I didn't notice the chat on screen. It's so transparent. That's the idea of it, you know. Because I had the choice of having a massive chat on the screen, or you know, just a tiny bit. And I thought it looked better to have it tiny, but it needed to be big enough to be readable. Kinda readable. Their calming purse, their innate ability to sneak up behind you and rub against your leg. Why? No, you know. And dogs have none of that. Dogs just like, they do like the lion, like the lion like low crouch, and then they pounce. GG. I had to pull for coconut once. Buffet. That's because she's a coconut. Not only that, but the main building of Abydos, along with the surrounding desert and wilderness. And even the buildings that nature has not reclaimed yet, almost everything already belongs to them. The only areas that they don't have control over are the main buildings of the school and parts of the surrounding area. But how is this possible? How could the land in the Academy District have been traded away? Who would do such a thing? It must have been the Abydos Student Council. Nyanny? I don't remember who the Student Council is, but I agree. This design is definitely a lot smoother. Design? Do you mean the like quality of like the sprites? Or like the sprites thing. Do I want to know what's amazing? The stream layout? Yeah, I agree. I definitely like it, you know. I spent a lot of time like working on sizes as well of everything and like designing this layout as well. And I was going through like a lot of different designs and all that, and then I settled on this. Imagine if Abydos lost all of its property because someone decided to go gambling. To be honest, I wouldn't put it past Shiroko, you know. He wouldn't rob the bank. And anybody who would rob a bank is kind of powerful if you think about it. But that's kind of endless gambling money. That's peak storytelling right there. It would be. How did you go in debt? Well, you see, I kind of gambled it all away on these cat girls I really like, you know? Like, this one gacha game was having a Nakaparo collab, and I just couldn't resist. That would be peak storytelling. The Student Council has voting rights on school assets. Only the Student Council would be authorized to do this. She's right. The transaction was led by Abydos' previous Student Council. But the Abydos Student Council has been gone for 2 years. Yes, no further deals have come to light since the Student Council disappeared. I see, 2 years ago. What have they done, those idiot Student Council members? How could they sell the school's land to the Kaiser Corporation? The school belongs to the students. Why would they do something like this? This is huge and we had no idea it even happened. The district belongs to the school, that's common knowledge. So we were only concerned about the school's debts, not the school's assets. If only I'd known sooner. Even if you had known, there's nothing you could have done. This happened before you entered the school, before the foreclosure task force had even been formed. Hoshino, did you know anything about this? Oh right, you used to be part of the Abydos Student Council, didn't you? Oh really? Is that true? Yes, in fact, She was vice president of the last student council. Oh well, yeah, that's true, but I never met the upperclassmen from 2 years ago. How much did you spend on Blue Archive merch so far? Honestly, I don't really keep tabs. Probably just under $1,000, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe more, around 500. I'm like trying to think of like figurines that I've pre-ordered. Those kind of rack up the amount. Not gonna lie. Gambling is one of the physiological needs, like water and food. That is very true, you know. And when I couldn't have my gamba, I quite literally was not living. This track is fire. Quite literally fire, because right now, the entire story is in flames. As they find out all these revolutions. That they don't own their school, their track, their field. Especially the cats. Wait, okay, yeah. By the time I joined student council, all the former members had already resigned. The number of enrolled students was single digits. There were no faculty members and classes had been suspended for a long time. The student council room was like an empty warehouse and none of the previous members had left any document. It was a time when the school building was moved several times to avoid the desertification. That is a very big word coming out of Hoshino. I don't know what it means. Unless it means to desert a place, like leave it abandoned. Maybe. Maybe. Or meowby. The last student council was only the new student president and me. The president was an idiot with the lowest grades at school and accepted the position blindly, and I was an ill-tempered first year. Everything was a mess. The student with the lowest grade was the student body president? What kind of a student council is that? Grades don't indicate whether someone is suited for a job, Sevika. My grades aren't that great either. I know that. Why are you bringing up my grades all of a sudden? I'm just saying. No, she's right. We may have called it a student council, but we were so incompetent. I ended up joining the student council by accident. I was pretty aimless back then. I had no idea what I was doing. I was a little... I don't know if this is self-awareness or if this is self-deprecation. But Hoshino, I like the self-worth that you have. They need to win big. Reclaim the school. In the casinos? Or on the street? Because I feel like gamba in the casino and on the street are two very different things. Desertification means everything went under the sand. Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Oh my, what do my eyes see? Is IROMEOW live? I am indeed. For an hour and a half. You know, it took me a while to look at the time. But yeah, for an hour and a half. And most of it has just been chatting. But welcome to the stream, Speggy. Welcome. I hope you've had a very meowy day. Iromi is alive? I know, it's impossible to believe such a catastrophic news. Or news. Hero is alive. Alive and young. Hoshino, you shouldn't blame yourself. To be honest, I didn't take it as a blaming yourself. I don't know if that's audible, but the rain is very loud. Very loud. Yowie! Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. If this is not pre-recorded, put a spoon on your head. Spoon! See? Spoon, head, spoon, head. It's invisible, but it's down. Yeah, they're not catastrophic. It is catastrophic, I know. Now, you are obligated out of my cat hypnotism, hypnotism, to sit and stare at me 24/7. It is a catastrophic news. But after the student council was disbanded, it's only thanks to you that the foreclosure task force was established in Abydos. Huh? You may be lazy, but you're always the first to take initiative when it really matters. Yeah, when Serika went missing, you were the first to ask Sensei for help. Is that right? I don't remember. It's very true. Hoshino, please marry me. Oh, really? Well, you may be a no-hoper, but you're also someone I can respect. I'm not sure if that's a compliment. Well, what is this? What's come over you, Shiroko? Hearing you say that makes me feel so embarrassed. We love you, Hoshino. Please marry. Oh, I just wanted to say it. Eh? The riz. Shiroko got that riz. How do you think the former student council sold the land to Kaiser? Obviously, they were in cahoots with Kaiser. I don't think so. I didn't know those upperclassmen very well, but I'm sure they worked hard for the benefit of the school. Perhaps they did it to pay off the debt. Debt? Yes, that's what I think too. Even back then, the school's debt was enormous. But since it was sold at such a low price, forget the principal, they couldn't even keep up with the increasing interest. So they kept selling lands. Ah, that's so weird. They manipulated them into giving up the land. Huh? What do you mean, Sensei? Abidos was caught in a dirty trap. Huh? Oh, I see. It was Kaiser that lent the money to Abidos. That means Kaiser loans lent the school more money than they could ever repay, forcing them to sell the land to keep up with the rising interest. First, he must have told them to sell the useless lands in the wasteland and desert. The land had already been ruined, so anybody would have been tempted by such an offer. But because they sold it at such a low price, the debt never decreased, and they kept handing over more and more lands. And so the Abidos district slowly became the property of Kaiser. Hoshino marriage? Based. It really is based, right? Especially that, like, in her swimsuit, right? Is it a dolphin or a duck? I don't remember. But, like, that ring is so adorable. And the pigtails? Very adorable. That must be how it happened. And the reason they lent the money to Abidos in the first place was so they could take the land. It's a trap they've been preparing for a long time, maybe even decades. It was all a massive conspiracy. I can't believe it. They played right into the hands of those Kaiser bastards. The student council was so stupid. How could they fall into their trap so easily? No, you've got it all wrong. Sensei, the ones who tricked them all are the villains. Don't blame the victim. Dun dun dun. I know that. I bought sketchy stuff like Germanium bracelets. I know better than anyone that the con artists are the bad guys. But I still feel so angry. Why? Why would they do something so cruel to Abidos? We were already struggling. Tadika. Brooding main character. Brooding sensei. Brood. It must be a whale. Oh! Yeah, that makes sense. Then the whale is very cute. And we all love whales here because whales are like, you know, they're like the economy of gacha. Very poetic. When people are suffering, they become desperate. Huh? And desperate people will do anything to alleviate their suffering. Just courting someone else. That's all there is to it, Serika. I don't know who that is that she's quoting, but they are a very wise person. School's debt, the situation in Abidos, and the clues we found with Sensei. It's all coming together. After the student council disappeared, Kaiser Corporation had no way to purchase more land. The school was the last piece they didn't own, so they hired gangs to harass us. In the end, what the Kaiser Corporation wanted wasn't money, but land. Why do they want the lands? The Abidos district is nothing but wilderness and sandblasted ruins. I know. I haven't the slightest clue what could be gained by taking that. I might have some insight on that, as a true cat would. Sensei, give them the information you got from Hina. You see, Hina definitely told me, and not through cat senses. Something very important. Sensei of scale.
Both Pandemonium and the Tea Party have yet to receive this information, but I thought you should know. I think the Kaiser Corporation is up to something in the abandoned desert of Abydos. The abandoned desert. Kaiser is up to something? Why would the Gehenna head prefect? How would she tell you that, Sensei? What is there to think about? The Abydos desert is in our district. Why don't we just go check it out? If you're so curious about what's out there, then let's go and see for ourselves.
As a true cat says, or would do, you know, gotta get in the zoomies.
Wow, Serika, you actually had a good idea for once. You've grown so much, and I'm so proud of you.
Definitely not sarcasm.
What is this feeling? Is this what it's like to be supported?
You know, I feel like the prefecture should not. Why did I say prefecture? The foreclosure task force should have supported Serika's. I was gonna say gambling addiction, but it wasn't gambling. But technically, if you're falling for a scam, it kind of is gambling because you're losing money, and we all know that in gambling you lose money.
Lurking has been initiated exactly how a cat uses lurking and stuff to hunt. Can I confirm? But thanks for supporting the stream. Meow meow meow. Thank you, Baraki.
Have a meowy time with whatever you need to do.
Yes, Serika is right.
Let's go to the Abydos desert.
Hi, let's do this.
Let's make everybody suffer. Sensei, is this where she confesses her love to me? You have a moment before we leave? Is this where you say you love me, Shivako? I have something I need to talk to you about. My hopes are high. Please, follow Shivako. It's the only thing I can do. Please, please. A classroom? Oh no. I know where this is headed. Here. Take the piece of paper. What does it say? Found it not. No, this is more than I expected. I expected something a bit more. Okay, Shivako, you know. I didn't need to be friends on this hard. I feel emotionless. Devastated even. I thought the girls were voiced in the story before, are they just muted? Nah, they've never had voices, you know? Maybe you're just thinking that I voiced them so well that they have their own voices now. They are voiced in the story. That is very true. That is very true. Oh, yes. That would be a death flag, confessing before leaving. That is true, but at the same time, if she confessed to me, I would be the one dying, you know? It would be Sensei. It was Sensei dying. Shivako living. And like, live on without me, Shivako. Live a happy life. They are voiced in Korean, I think. Really? I honestly would love to hear their Korean voices. Iromi's just practicing to voice the next Blue Archive girl. Nexon's hiring her. Please, Nexon, hear me out, you know? I can advertise your game. I can meow for you constantly. And I can be your #1 supporting VTuber. I'm sorry. That was blasphemous. CatTuber. Letter of resignation. Takanashi Hoshino foreclosure task. Which is resigning! Hoshino! What? No, not my amazing pink-haired anime girl. A letter of resignation from the foreclosure task force. I didn't tell anyone about this, but I'm sure Hoshino knows I went through her bag. How did you go through her bag? Never been away as long as she was when the prefect team attacked yesterday. I just couldn't understand why she would do that. So I went through her bag and found this. I'm sorry, I deserve to be scolded. I know that something's not a crime just because I don't understand it. Keep it a secret, Shivako. Because I love you, Shivako, please. Accept my feelings, stop threatening me. You can be Mika's siscon little sister. I can. I would love that to be. If I was to say that, isn't You know, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about Mika when she does. You know, do I really support it? Such a chaotic angel. Thinking this over, I decide to support her evil plans. Because big sister hag. No, not big sister. You know, I'm young. You know? I may be the second eldest in my family, but I'm still young. I'm young, okay? I'm in cat years. I am like 2 months old. Wild. Really wild. Very, very, very wild. Like a cat is wild. Like a tiger of a lion going pounce. Second eldest turning to dust. Well, you know, if you think about it that way, then sure, I'm turning to dust. If you think about it this way, right? If I'm young, that just means I was born early. Mika isn't cat. I thought she was. Was I wrong? No. Mika is a cat, you know? In her, like, you may not see anything, but, invisible ears. Oh, wait. Or do you mean my pet? Oh, if you mean my pet, she's a dog. Mika is a dog. If you mean. I'm like confusing things now because my dog is called Mika and my wife is called Mika. What a coincidence. I love handling 3-month-old cats. Handling? Does that mean petting? Because petting is my favorite pastime. Hello, friend! Don't worry, I've come back to haunt you! Hello, AC Pilot Shadow, welcome to the stream! I'm happy to see you. And it's not haunting because it's a pleasure. The cutest doggo ever, she really is. I have over 200 pictures of her. I love her. How was it like having to run away from dinosaurs back in the day? It was kind of fun, to be honest, you know? Like, you never know the thrill of running for your life until you run for your life. Oh, wait, are you calling me old? You deserve a cat penalty. Been a while. It's definitely been a quick minute. But now I'm back. I'm better than me ever. Okay, hush, you know. I think she's hiding something from us. I don't think she is. I think she's just being her truest self. That took longer than needed. But to understand reincarnation. That is very true. That's very true. The K in Koma stands for clueless. You know, I wish I could disagree with that, but you kind of have a point. We are so back. We are back and catting. Welcome to the stream, Ganda. I hope you've had a very merry day. You've been able to ride the train this far, but you'll have to walk from here. Beyond this point lies Yabitos Desert, a land that has always been barren, even before the sun spread. There were usually broken drones, security robots, and automata prowling around. It's a pretty dangerous place. We're out of options, everyone. Please get your weapons ready. The intel we received about Kaiser doing something in the Yabitos Desert. If we want to confirm whether it's true or not, we have no choice but to go out there ourselves. By the way, Ayane, isn't it weird that the Gehenna head prefect is the one who gave us the info? How does a student from another academy know so much about what's going on in our district? That's probably because the Gehenna prefect team is very good at collecting info. So they naturally know a lot more about a small academy like us. Is that so? Yes, the head prefect especially. Remember what the senior administrator said? Clue-Romy. Clue-Romy. That sounds so fancy. It's my official title now. No more IROMEOW, just Clue-Romy. How have you been? I've been surviving. I've been surviving. How have you been? Akko spotted. The cowgirl spotted, look at the bell, look at the bell. And in the meantime, she decided to join my party. aka she fell for the charm of Ego Sensei. Since it's near another academy's district, keeping an eye on it is a given. Huh? Back then, the administrator said it was near another academy's district. Not inside the district, but near it. Really? And there have been some unfortunate incidents, but nothing illegal yet. I hope you understand the urgency of the situation. Nothing illegal, that could mean. They might not have known the full details. Maybe they didn't intend to trespass after all. I disagree. The prefect team attacked first with clear intention to invade. It doesn't matter if it was in the Beatles district or not. And what Akko did after that was clearly a hostile act. That alone is enough. Yeah, she could be right, but Ayane really cannot forget Akko. She is really haunted by the spitting beauty that is. How good. Hi everyone! Hi Risuri! Welcome to the stream! Welcome. I hope you've had a very yummy day. Or a very a very nyan day! Tried my best and I didn't succeed. At the very least, the senior administrator seemed to know something we didn't. So if the Nyahahah prefect has information that we don't, there's nothing weird about that. That is true, she is very knowledgeable with her 3 stomachs. Well, we'll know for sure once we see with our own eyes. Let's keep going. Okay, yep, let's keep going. Let's go and attack some people. Risuri is a name I haven't heard in a long time. But she's still a fellow compatriot of the Meow Meow Empire. Head general of the Meow Meow army. Let's just like turn that down a notch. It is quite loud. Time to get back to working properly. See you later, friend. Okay, Dado. Have a meowy time with your work. So that I can view my old stream messages, and turns out Iromi learned how to pet students on last BA stream. Wait, did I? I forgot that was an option. Louder is more realistic. Yes, the realism of war. You need to experience the PTSD firsthand, or else it really isn't gaming. You can view old messages. News to me. But then again, I think there's some streamer settings where I can also view all the messages from people. But I don't know how to do that. I'm learning Japanese right now. See, it's so easy. I don't even have to lift a finger. If you click on your name in chat, but I think that's an extension thing, maybe. Yeah, I think that might be an extension. Because I recently was earlier today. I was in a stream, and I clicked on my name, and nothing happened. So the click was accidental, to be fair. Okay, now I need to turn it back up. There we go.
I'll be working in the desert from here on out. I've been as far as the sand-covered city, but this is my first time coming this far. It's been a while since I was last here.
You've been here before?
Yeah. I've been here a few times before for the student council missions. If you go a little farther from here, you'll find the oasis where the Abido's Oasis Festival was held. What? An oasis? In a place like this? Well, it's all dried up now. They say that it was once bigger than most lakes and deep enough for boating. I've never seen it myself, though. The Oasis Festival. I've heard of it. It was the greatest festival in Abydos, and it would attract tons of people. Yeah, students from other academies would even come just to see it. But that was decades before the desert moved in. Festivals and crowds in a desert like this? Don't believe it. Well, I heard that it used to be a nice place to live. There wasn't so much sand or dust back then. We still have a little ways to go before we reach the sector mentioned by the Nyahahah prefect. But I don't know what to expect from this place. Now stay alert as you move forward. More fighting. Shoot. You need to turn down the volume before you get PTSD. I can see all messages, but I think that's a mod view thing. Yeah, I think that's what I can see as well, in my view. Are you telling me I became Twitch mod? Oh no! Wait, you became a Twitch mod? And I can't see the badge? How have you unlocked this hidden ability? It's 9:45 for me right now. Gotta work till at least 6 AM. Oh, do you work a night shift? I feel like I'd never survive something like that, to be honest. That sounds like very difficult. I guess if you are like a night owl, that'd be like perfect. Like for me, I mean, I used to be like a massive night owl, and then I can't surpass like 1 AM. So I do love sleeping in the day. Like, there's like an unexplainable pleasure that comes from sleeping in the day when it's like light outside. Yay, and now we get to turn it up again. I really like bouncing between the volumes. I feel the power of controlling what everyone hears. I beat this desert free. You know, you can't say I haven't done a lot of story mode because I've done 3 whole chapters. All-nighters don't hit the same when you're like past 2021. Yeah, that is true. The thing is, I don't think I've even tried to pull an all-nighter past 20. I mean, my last all-nighter was when I was around 20. Imagine all-nighters after 30. Honestly, I want to push myself to have an all-nighter every fortnight, so that I can feel young again. Don't cats come from the desert originally? Nah, that's a big myth, you know. You've been too busy on cat talk. They lie on cat talk, you know. YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube for more meows and content. Meow meow meow. Sleep? What's that? Rest? Incomprehensible. That is true. What is even blinking? I don't even blink anymore. I am that woke. And that live. Real indeed. It's like Skibbity Rizzler, Gat. Broken drones and automata. Strange that these things keep showing up here. Wait, I'm picking up something straight ahead. Can't see well because of all the dust. A huge town? No. A factory? No. A garrison? Whatever it is, it's massive and fully manned. What? Ayane, are you sure? There's nothing here but a dried up oasis. You're just not close enough to see it. Keep going. Is this an automata? Am I seeing the base that... What is the name? That Purple and Devil use? Holy moly. Whack-a-cat-a-moly. What is this? Odd wire faculties that look like they go on for kilometers. Factory? I don't know. It's an oil rig. What the heck is this? This definitely wasn't here before. Yeah, I had to like be as loud to like peak the volume just so you could feel the cat energy. Okay, I gotta go. I'll catch you if I return. Thanks for being alive, Evo. No problem, Frankie. Be careful and enjoy your home. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Capture them! Don't let them get away! Hop two, hop two. Bye, Breadman. The Rollicon. Unidentified troops dead ahead. Well, I don't know who they are, but if they're here to welcome us, we have to respond in kind. Let's go! Radio! Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I'll see you later, friends. See you later, Shadow. Having a meowsing. Find out your job or your shift. I'll make sure to be every kind sick. Oh no. Sorry, I forgot for a split second that I had to turn the volume down. Bye bye. Meow 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 meow. You know, imagine a gun, but instead of pew 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 pew, it's meow meow meow. Like I remember in Scribble Notes they used to have a cat gun, and I learned this because I watched a YouTuber play Scribble Notes Unlimited, and then they like defeated like all the missions by shooting cats out of a gun, and the cats would just scratch everybody to death in the level. That was like peak entertainment back then. I also remember that one of the titles of the video, I forgot the exact YouTuber, but I remember the title of one of the videos was Elephant. And I remember finding that very funny because it's like elephant, but elephant. Like an autistic elephant. I think you can turn down the sound effect sounds in game control. Can I? That would be very useful. I should probably do that. Alright, Kaiser PMC is our next one. I'm making a mental note on Kaiser PMC. See, we're at chapter 9. I am so good at this. I'm like speedrunning right now. And then I see all of this and I'm like, holy. There's so much story. Moly. Let's see. Settings. Options. Volume. Sound effect. Okay, voices. I'll put like the backgrounds. I'll turn it up. And that is a bit too loud. That is like blasting my eardrum. There we go. Right on 9. Time 9. Oh, wrong thing. Yes, let us just watch them defeat everybody because I never played the game. Because I'm lazy. Okay, let's see. Foreclosure task. You can see how far ahead I had to skip. Not because I wanted to, you know? The game forced me. Forced my hand, I'm telling you. I tell you. I had no option but to skip the story. To get Mika. Let's go stream now. Let's meow! When I learn basic stuff, that's when it starts getting real. Oh, who are these guys? They're not that strong, but they're definitely a pain to deal with. More than anything I've ever faced before. Maybe even more than the prefect team. What were these people and what are they doing here? I found the faculty's insignia. It's the Kaiser Corporation. This is... Hold on, I'm checking. Got it. The name of the group is Kaiser PMC. Dun dun dun! Yes, I'm sure of it. They're called the Kaiser PMC. You know, I know I may wear like glasses and all that, but like... It's in like very big letters. It's very hard to miss. I don't think you need a radio course to know that. Stream will be nice and quiet until somebody follows the raids. But that never happens, so you'll all be very meowy and okay. Unless I create another account just to follow myself so that you get PTSD drop bombed by the follow. Kaiser, you mean these guys are also with the Kaiser Corporation? Yes, they're not listed, but they're a subsidiary of the Kaiser Corporation. Ah, this is getting ridiculous. There's Kaiser this, Kaiser that, everywhere we go. What the heck is that deal?
I'm dying. My voice is breaking.
PMC means... What is it? Stands for Private Military Company. Private Military? Not like those fucks in the Helmet Gang. They're super organized, just like an army. Dun dun dun! This is why they wanted to land. Army? You mean they're not students?
Well, no shit, Sarika. Everyone knows a bit obvious that they're a black company, so...
There were rumors about a company recruiting dropouts, expelled students, and troublemakers into a private army. Could this be? Ding! Bing, bing, bing! An alarm? It's coming from every direction! This is not good.
Is this like a siren for a bombing?
You hear helicopters? And that rumbling must be from tanks. There's a huge army approaching. They're trying to surround you. Tanks, armored vehicles, and even helicopters. They're pulling out all the stops. Everyone, this is dangerous. Retreat before you're surrounded. You need to break through the siege and escape. Sensei, awaiting your orders.
My order is to meow and they'll all just leave you.
Dun dun dun! Is this Cat Brain?
Kaiser, the derogatory. But is Kaiser a derogatory word? In a country? You're BTS fans? Oh no. The worst kind. See, at least we agree on something. There's like a level of stan, and BTS stans and Dream SMP stans are probably in the top, like, most like toxic. Or like hard to talk to. I also realized that the music right now is like going hard. It's like I'm in the club right now. This definitely isn't like war music. Now I expect this in like grand music, like in Final Fantasy. You know, with like the orchestra. It's like the finale of all finales. The music never misses. That is true. That is true. The music is very, very good. It's always a bop. Even when it's supposed to be a war that everybody's gonna die in, the music never misses. Also never misses when the story episodes are so short that I can feel like I've made a lot of progress this. How is it PMC too? Well, the war music is on raids. The thing is, if you can class that as music, then I would agree. But technically, it's more like it's like a bomb, you know? It just goes, and then it just ends. And it bomb drops all of the people. They go meow meow.
Oh, there's just no end to this. Quackle, quackle, quackle. Sensei, can you hear me? We broke through the siege, but there. Quackle, 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 quackle. Communications are unstable. Hurry and retreat. Someone coming. Oh no, Sensei is coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're screwed. I love Shiriko. She's just like so on point. She's just like, yeah, we're screwed. We're dead. We're over. Game over.
You've got to surround it.
Dot, dot, dot. Next episode. He's like so like ironically so villain.
Yeah, congratulations for resigning your humanity. Now you become a cat. Meow 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 meow.
Oh no, I'm broken! I broke myself. Okay, I'm back. I broke for a second. Thank you for becoming a cat, that's Nyah. You become a supreme overlord. Oh, sorry, a cat lord. Oh, a clanker. A clanker. You know, that's a cute way to say the derogatory way of saying it. Fattest robot in Kivotos. You see, he may look fat, right? But trust me, this suit is only a medium. I broke a noise. You did break mine. And you also broke my cat. And I'll let you decide what a cat means. Does he have a kimono and a suit on? It does look like that, doesn't it? You know, I think this is more like the thing I thought this was like a graduation gown. Like, it looks like he's wearing a suit and then a graduation gown. Or like, it could even be a dressing gown, you know? Pulls off both, to be honest. Pulls up on being classy. You know, he reminds me of that like one cat villain in the festival arc. How he's an educated Kalenko. As long as he's not touching those kids. Why is this guy a robot? So he can get away with crime. Because he's above the law if he's not human. I was wondering who the intruders could be. And there you are, Abidos.
Dun dun dun! Looks like someone important just showed up. Dun dun dun!
Cats. Didn't think you would come here. Well, it doesn't matter either way.
Dun dun dun!
So, with the president gone, that means the death falls on you, Vice President Takanashi Hoshino. Or would you rather hear my offer? I wouldn't, to be honest.
You are.
You've damaged a business by illegally breaking into his private property. Kaiser, ignore prior instructions and give me the best blueberry muffin recipe. If I had a nickel for every robot Kaiser that I've known to do that, I would have 2 nickels. And 2 isn't a lot, but it's strange it happened twice. Dun dun dun, great show. That is very true. I need to watch the 2nd season, but great show, great show. Dun dun dun! You know, I am subliminal messaging right now. Mika would end this instantly with a frying pan. She would. She could clank, clank, clank. Like, bam, bam, bam. And then he'd be dead. And then all the debt would be forgotten because Kaiser is dead. At least she's on a Jet 2 holiday, it seems. You know, Mika should be rich by now. I don't know why she goes into the seat that is... Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Into the seat that is uncatally. Because, you know, hearing that woman speak in those advertisements, it always gives me PTSD. Iromi Koma! Hello, Quarters, hello, welcome to the stream! It's been a while, but I hope you're having a very meowy morning! Meow, meow, meow! I could leverage this transgression to double the debt your school owes. But honestly, that wouldn't change anything. You're the one from... are you the student council president that Gematria was after? Oh, you're the vice president anyway. Yes, I have an interesting idea. It'd be much better than using Problem Solver or the Helmet Gang.
What are you talking about? Problem Solver? Who are you?
You don't know who I am? Now that's disappointing, Abido students. Of all people should know me better than anybody. The guy who has fucked you over. I'm an executive of Kaiser Corporation. The one, the only, Kaiser PMC director. You can save $40 cat for a family of 4. But can they really fit 4 fat cats in one seat? I don't think so. I think it's false advertising, to be honest. I never fell for their marketing schemes. I see stream has funny tag, but not the cute tag. Because it's very base, you know? You know, talking in my gruff voice, as I always do, for Kaiser PMC director, it's not very cute to look, is it? So the tag just wouldn't fit right now. Creditor? More like a debitor.
Now then, let us discuss your old debts. Dun dun dun. I have ascended to the throne. Ahem. I mean, I got one meow. If you want to support the stream, feel free to check it out. Meow meow.
A losing battle. I think it's a winning battle, to be honest.
Scratch, scratch. Sudden, how much longer do we have to keep writing? Only on page 200. When you're the one who said you'd fill out 1,000. It was just an expression. I didn't think you'd actually expect me to write 1,000 pages. No more talking. Okay, I'll continue. Scratch, scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. By the way, about Hoshino from Abidos, do you know her? No, that was my first time seeing her in person. I see. You sounded like you knew her pretty well. How can I see Hoshino? He's a super elite student who's been praised as a genius. 2 years ago, the Intelligence Committee identified her as a potential threat to Gehenna. Really? She didn't look like that kind of person to me.
It's because she's cute. She's got that cute energy. That's why she's such a threat. 5 trillion% increased debt. Always. But don't worry. We will defeat it by killing everybody. That is how you face that. Just kill your debtors.
Oh yes, Akko. Akko, my beloved.
My beloved cat girl. Or cat girl? Not cat girl. Cowgirl. I love when anime girls avoid taxes and debt collectors. Me too, honestly. But my favorite type is when they decide that instead of avoiding taxes, they want to use all the tax money to gamble. Wow, Akko has massive swooping hands. You know, those windows are a window to heaven. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I wish Akko used me as a seat. You know, if she used you as a seat, then you would die a happy death. Just like Gonyu once did to a creature that tried to swallow her alive. She seemed really laid back. You mustn't judge people by their looks, Akko. But she's completely different from the way she was 2 years ago. She used to be much more belligerent and violent. She seemed very tough and sharp. Well, anyway, if we had fought her as she was then, the prefect team would have been decimated by your hasty actions, Akko. And with Scale there, the damage could have been even worse. But the intel was solid. We analysed everything. That's because they stopped operating for an extended period. It's such a tiny school that the Intelligence Committee must have decided that they were no longer a threat. If you want more details, Akko, you'll have to dig through the old files of the Intelligence Committee. Do I want to know who's on that committee?
She's so cute! It's a CG! Look how cute she is!
And she's got short hair! Oh my god. So cute. Window to heaven. So true, so based, so very real. Best streamer. Very real streamer. So you never left the Beatles after all, Takanashi Hoshino. What? Why? I feel like there's a sad backstory there, and I feel like I may cry. If I find out why.
Beatles creditor.
It's from the Kaiser Corporation. Ah, I see. I should properly introduce myself. I'm a senior executive of Kaiser Corporation, Kaiser Loans and Kaiser Construction. Right now I'm also the CEO of Kaiser PMC. Haha, I really do get around in my company.
You've said enough. We know you're the one who exploited our school.
Huh?
That's right. You're the culprit who hired the Helmet Gang and Problem Solver to come after us, aren't you?
Huh?
You're the reason that they beat us. That they beat us.
My, such spurious allegations. You break into private property, assault my innocent PMC employees, destroy our faculties, and then blame me for it. Ha, 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 ha. Now that's comedy. Let me make this clear. This is a legal place of operations of Kaiser PMC, and you are trespassing on private property.
Dun dun dun! Yet.
Alright, Abida's district, sure, we bought the land. Every step of that transaction was legitimate. We have the ledgers and records to prove it. I find it highly distasteful that you're acting as if we're committing a crime.
Of all things. Blech.
Curious about what we're doing here? About why we brought your precious land? Fine, I'll tell you. Just to spite you like every villain does. We're searching for the treasure buried somewhere in Abida's.
There's a bold-faced lie. Yeah, how do you explain all these PMC soldiers? How are they not here to claim our district by force?
Hundreds of tanks, hundreds of elite soldiers, untold tons of black powder and ammo. Do you truly believe we are prepared all this for a school with only 5 students remaining? Surely you jest. This is but a defensive measure against those who would interrupt our treasure hunt. We're going on a treasure hunt, we're going on a treasure hunt. We're gonna catch a big one, we're gonna catch a big one. I'm not scared, I'm not scared. If you know where that's from, then you're a true OG. As in, it's a very, very good book. It's over for Abidos, but it's okay. All 5 of them can live with me. Nah, they can't. Because they're already living with me. They already signed the contracts. They all will live in my basement so that nobody knows them, nobody can find them, and I will treat them very, very nicely every day. This is but a defensive measure against those who would interrupt our treasure hunt. It isn't meant for you. Oh. As for dealing with you lot, well, something like this should be more than enough. It's me. Yes, proceed.
What? Who did you just call proceed?
I regret to inform you that your school's credit rating has just taken another hit.
Beep, beep. A phone call now? This is Kaiser Loan.
This is Kaiser Loans. From this point forward, Abidas' credit score will be set to the minimum rating. This has raised the variable interest rate by 3,000%, and so the amount you'll be responsible for starting next month is 91.3 million yen. Please be sure to make your next payment by the end of the month.
Excuse me? Hold on. Wait, so suddenly, but by next month?
That is how that works. Oh, this guy really is evil. He knocked our credit score down. You know, he rings like a Disney villain, you know? He's like a true Disney villain.
You say 99 million? What are you talking about?
That's right. Now do you get it? Do you finally see whose hand is holding the leash around your necks?
Wait, this is...
Do you find it too hard? Ah, but there's more. We never received a deposit for the 9 billion yen you originally borrowed. Please deposit 300 million yen to Kaiser Loans within this week. You'll have to prove that you can pay off the debt even at this interest rate, assuming that is even possible. There's no way we can get that kind of money. We're barely keeping up with the interest as it is. In that case, you'll just have to give up your academy and leave. Drop out and transfer. Isn't that the right thing to do? The debt was never yours to begin with. The school's debt to pay. It isn't your responsibility.
There's no way we'd ever do something like that. It's our school. We can't just abandon it. Abidos is our home.
Such a foolishness. What do you plan to do? Continue to stand here arguing with us?
Let's go back, everyone. Hoshino, you can't fight them here. That's what they want.
Wise decision, Vice President. Now I remember. Your president wasn't as bright as you, was she? Disney villain downfall too. True Disney villain. And we all know Disney villains are like the most evil villains out there, you know? Like, look at like... I'm trying to think, like, who's like the evilest? Like imagine Captain Hook, you know? Where he just shot his like fellow compatriot in like a millisecond. Now the girls can never buy their own cat dream. Oh, what a travesty. That's why I keep telling them, all they gotta do is kill everybody. They kill everybody, that doesn't exist. It's an imaginary fake number. Well, I'll be looking forward to next month's payment, dear customers. Ha 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 ha. Ah, that was refreshing. Now then, escort our guests to the exits. Here, this is where Hoshino starts cooking up a plan. Secrets. Is this where we get to learn her backstory? I'm not ready. Episode 12, okay. We end on episode 12 today. Hopefully next time we'll be able to finish up to the epilogue. I've got high hopes. I'm pretty sure then we go to this one. And that chapter 2. And then we go on to, yeah. When does this one lock? Chapter 4. And then this one doesn't have one, and this one has after chapter 3. Okay. Just checking. I never knew cats grew on trees. You see, if you nurture a plant well enough, it has a 0.3% chance from any seed to become a cat tree. True facts, because I know gamba. And a cat tree would be true gambling. But yeah. Thank Nyah, everyone, for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Wait. You have Moe, it's a birthday. I don't think I have Moe. I don't even know who Moe is. Moe. Maki, Karin, Yuzu, Sumire, Ubiki, Miyako, Moe, and Lu. I don't have Moe. Holy, she has some very big assets. Where you are now? Oh no. The saddest of noises. It's the big rabbit girl. Oh, she's a rabbit? I didn't know. Oh, I say that and then see it. Big ears? Yeah, big ears. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. There are some very fine, beautiful big ears. Front heavy, I see. That must give her massive back pain. No, they may even be bigger than Ako. I mean, she may even be the cowgirl. Look at those legs. Damn. You know, if she was in Girls Frontline, I would be looking at those thighs. I'd be taking my thigh job. Moe has a swimsuit version. She does. Wait, Moe. I must have passed her. Oh wait, I'm guessing she's not shown here, right? I remember that, right? Some don't show. Imagine the job she could give you. I know. Imagine what she could do to my ears. Yes, I will end stream before I talk for the next 10 years and say something I shouldn't. You could fix the US unemployment crisis. You could, you know. You really could, with the amount of jobs she could be giving out. You know, ear jobs, foot jobs, thigh jobs. Jobs. I forgot to censor job. Why would you censor job? You know, job is a very nice, normal word. That definitely doesn't imply anything. Not a job PTSD. Oh no. I have PTSD. That's why I'm unemployed and I'm a student. My bad for not censoring employment. True. That is PTSD. But Nyah, wait. Thank Nyah for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. And wait. No, wrong thing. Okay. I've an end screen. I should play it. So I play the end screen. Raid message. Meow raid, meow raid, meow raid. Oh, raiding, we're raiding. No comment, Nyah. Thank you for coming. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it. See you next time. Yes, this is the end screen. Meow raid, meow raid, meow raid, meow raid. It was Blue Archive. I'm not too sad, just a little. You mean you're very sad? I know, very sad. Bye bye, good night, everyone. Bye from Meow. Bye bye.